Well, good evening, good people and Eagle fans. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I have no idea what Dan Selio has in store for us today. I'm sure it's going to be Mark Holmes and the Dallas Cowboys suck. The Eagles are great, and that's where they're probably going to leave it. So I'm going to go ahead and enter the studio so we can start hearing what is.
Well, I never said he was either thing. I asked, get this, I ask you guys a question. You get butthurt. Holy cow, then you start taking a shit in your diapers.
Okay.
Mark Holmes is back in the green room. I'm going to give Mark Holmes this.
Uh-oh, here we go.
So this is the question I asked. By the way, it's been a great 48 hours of content. So, Mark, I want you to listen to this.
I'm listening.
I want to show you how some Eagle fans, they get buttered over this stuff. You ready?
Here we go.
I asked this question. I go, what do you guys think of Brock Purdy? Everybody in this chat went like this. He's below average. He's not good. He sucks. I said, okay. And then I turned around and said, so you don't have to be an elite quarterback and a good quarterback to help the team get to a Super Bowl. No, wait.
Here we go.
Wait. It's a shot at Hurts. I was talking more about the list. Wait a minute. You're taking a shot at Hurts. You just said Brock's not a good player. And if Brock,
great example.
Is Jimmy Garoppolo elite?
No.
Well, he sucks too. Okay? So 2 examples of a quarterback not being elite helped the team get to a Super Bowl. Two quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Are you saying that Hurts is not – I'm not saying anything about the guy.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
All I'm saying is, do you really have to be elite to help a quarterback get to a Super Bowl? No. Wait a minute. You're comparing Hurts to Brock Purdy. I'm not comparing him to Brock Purdy.
No.
I'm just saying you don't have to be a great quarterback or a top 5 quarterback to take a team to a Super Bowl.
If you have a good
if
team.
If you are a top 5 quarterback.
It helps.
Most notably, you're on a bad team. And this goes to Dak now. Okay?
He's a Dak defender now.
This goes to Dak. This is a conversation that helps Dak. Tom Brady always did what he had to do to win a game. He didn't always throw for 400 yards a game. Purdy and Hurts can be average and win. It's not an insult.
What's going on there?
He's not elite.
I don't know what's going on with this string.
That's my take. I don't think it's an insult when you're talking about the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL or top 10 quarterbacks. Who cares where you're ranked? Okay, get this. So here, watch this, Mark. I'm waiting for Philly here. Okay. Watch what this becomes. Purdy's a top-tier choker. So a choker helped the football team get to a Super Bowl. Okay. So a choker helped the team get to a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Jimmy Garoppolo, a choker, helped the team get to a Super Bowl. So you don't have to be elite then.
Sometimes I think he's a Cowboy fan in disguise.
So I was honestly asking, Dak or Purdy? This will tell. Purdy's on a better team.
Mm-hmm.
Purdy's on a better football team. Got better tools.
He sure
He's
did.
got more complete. There's no Trent Williams on the Dallas Cowboys. It's unfair to Dak. Now, Dak in big games is shit the bed. There's no doubt that Green Bay game. Well, I will hold that against Mark Holmes, that Green Bay game.
Everybody shit the bed in that game.
Okay, I will. Now, again, I saw Jalen Hurts throw for 65 yards against the Rams this year. He didn't have to play well. Okay? It's not a spin. How is this a spin, dickhead? Hey, douchebag, how is it a spin when you go, what do you make of Brock Purdy? Is he good or not? Well, he sucks. Okay, so a quarterback that sucks got the team to a Super Bowl. I'm just using you guys' words against you. I'm not even telling you how good he is. I think Purdy and Dak, I don't have a problem with a quarterback throwing for 4,200 yards and 33 touchdowns. And you're comparing that to Dak? Okay. Purdy is himself a very good game manager. Okay. So a game manager helped the football team get to a Super Bowl. That's what you're saying. Okay. That's what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not. You hear this, Mark? A game manager helped the team get to a Super Bowl, which means you're not elite in your eyes.
Trent Dilfer.
So you don't have to be an elite quarterback to help a team get to a Super Bowl. And some of you guys are taking it that I'm taking a shot at Hurts with that.
Brad Johnson.
Hey, you would. Okay? You would.
Okay.
Jalen's an elite game manager. Yeah, okay. Oh, wait a minute. Now, Purdy is a good quarterback. That's just being honest. I think he's good. I don't think he sucks like you guys do.
He's good with
Purdy's
all kinds
in the
of
top
weapons.
16. So watch this. So a top 16 quarterback helped the team get to the Super Bowl. Every time you guys open your mouth, you sound stupid. Bring Mark on to defend Dak versus Purdy. Seals, do you think Micah Parsons is a top 10 player in the last 50 years? Absolutely not. Hey, son, learn to play the run. Then come talk to me. I think Micah Parsons, I'm going to get mine. If I'm the Cowboys, you know what I do before I bring these two dudes up? And I'll tell Mark this.
What do you do?
To his face. I turn him into the new version of Herschel Walker. And I trade Micah Parsons to get a bounty of picks like Herschel Walker and rebuild my football team with Micah Parsons to get me a couple 1s, 2s, and 3s for me to be able to rebuild my football team. What's the point of having Micah Parsons on the team when your defense is 28th? I mean, what's the point?
You let half of your defense go
Cowboys,
last year.
If they don't make the playoffs this year, we'll pay $60 million for Dak, $36 for CD, and $40 for a defender. And if they don't make the playoffs, where are you going? All right.
Well, the Jets are paying Sauce Gardner.
I'm gonna play the game on these guys here. I'm gonna ask both these guys. Without further ado, this is gonna be a good battle royale. By the way, it's one of my favorite segments. By the way, these guys killed Goldberg. Bill Goldberg. These guys killed. Without further ado, the #1 content creator for Dallas Cowboys propaganda. And the man, the myth, and the legend who will make a video. And I'm shocked he wasn't invited to Dak Prescott's wedding. Without further ado, my friend, who we love, Mark Holmes, and bringing in for the Philadelphia Eagles, the champ, Philly.500. Here we are.
Why am I here?
What's happening?
Why am I here? Why do I do this to myself on a weekly basis? I go into the belly of the beast.
Hey, we're coming around the corner too, man. September 4th is rolling.
Yeah, 50 days away.
Okay, so before I do it, Billy got a little bit, like all Eagle fans do. They get in their diapers a little bit when I asked this question yesterday. And I'm going to fucking do this to you first, Mark. And then I'm going to ask him the same question, okay? What's your opinion of Brock Purdy?
Bus driver.
Bus driver.
He's a good quarterback on a team that was loaded. Now, if 49er fans are going to get their panties in a bunch and stuff, but last year, if you were an elite quarterback, and if, as they always say, you end up elevating the team, well, he lost Brandon Ayuk and Christian McCaffrey, and what happened to him? What happened to him? 20 TDs, 12 interceptions on the season.
Okay. All right. So what do you make of Jimmy Garoppolo? Is he above average? Good? What do you make of him?
Again, game manager who had a great team around him.
Okay.
Kind of like Trent Dilfer.
Okay. So let me ask you this. So you're saying an average quarterback, a game manager, and a bus driver can help a team get to a Super Bowl, correct?
If you have a good team, yes.
Okay. Because those are the facts. That's what happened, correct?
Yes. It's a team sport.
Okay. So you don't have to have an elite quarterback to get to a Super Bowl.
If you have a great team around them, no. You're a cog in the machine.
Well, those are facts because you're not the only one. That's what happened. The 49er team got to a Super Bowl.
Do we look at the Baltimore? Do we look at the Baltimore Ravens with the defense? Hold on. Do you look at the Baltimore Ravens with that defense and say that it was the quarterback that won the Super Bowls? Do you look at the '85 Bears and say it was Jim McMahon that won those Super Bowls?
Look, by the way, I think Purdy's actually pretty decent. I don't think he stinks.
I didn't say he stank.
I think he's okay. Now, Philly, I'm going to ask you a question. What's your take on Brock Purdy? What kind of quarterback do you think he is?
I think he's above average. I think he's got stuff to prove, but I think he's above average.
So, above average football player and above average quarterback helped his football team get to the fifth quarter of the Super Bowl. Okay.
Of course.
You don't have to have an elite quarterback to get to a Super Bowl.
No, to get to a Super Bowl, not necessarily. However,
not necessarily.
What's Dak's excuse then? What's Dak's excuse? He's had good football.
He ain't had a San Francisco or an Eagles team. No, bro. No. You cannot compare any team that the Cowboys had during the 20s here that had an offensive line as good as San Francisco. No, bro. No. You can't look and say, Debo, no. You're on crack. No. With George Kittle, Ayuk, and Debo back when Debo was good, and Christian McCaffrey, ye did not have that, bro. Did not have that. You're full of no. I'm not giving you that, Philly. You're full of shit. You are full of shit. And the Cowboys don't have anything near what the Eagles have had with Jalen Hurts going to those two Super Bowls.
Well, you had what San Francisco had.
Bro.
And you give him a pass.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Hold it. Here's the real question, Philly. How many players in the last 5 years would you say you would take over anybody on the Eagles on the Cowboys roster?
I would never take anybody. I don't care if they're a Hall of Famer on the Cowboys. They ain't coming to the Eagles. We don't want your trash ass shit. That doesn't mean they want good players. Dak had it. So this is about Dak. This is about Dak, not Jalen. You can't put Dak Prescott in the same
CeeDee Lamb,
area.
Noah Brown, and said, come on.
Anymore because Jalen Hurts is so far above.
No.
You want to talk about
bro.
that?
You know what? Here's the reality is you realize that Jalen Hurts isn't as great as you guys pump him up, and you guys always get butthurt anytime somebody says that he's not Joe Montana.
You guys have to move the goalposts.
Come on, man.
When we had Randall Cunningham, he don't win playoff games. When we had Donovan McNabb, he don't win playoff games. Vic, playoff games. Carson Wentz, let's see about the playoffs. Then you get Jalen Hurts and he does it, and then you guys want to say, it doesn't matter
I will say your teams are much better that you have right now than what you had with those guys.
Wait here, Mark. Let me ask you this question, Philly. Would you rather have Patrick Mahomes or the roster you have in Philly?
Do I rather have Patrick Mahomes three Super Bowls?
You get Patrick Mahomes and you have to have.
I get his 3 Super Bowls.
No. Right now. Right now, let me ask you. If you would right now, would you trade
trading a whole team for one player?
No. I'm hypothetical with you here. Would you rather have the Philadelphia Eagle roster right now, or would you rather have Would you rather have Mahomes?
Well, who's blocking for Mahomes?
No. I don't know.
Doesn't ever seem.
Well, you can't.
Would you rather?
Okay.
Here, let me put it this way then. Would you rather have the 5 elite or the 4 elite quarterbacks that everybody puts ahead of your guy, or would you rather have your roster right now
with my quarterback?
No, you would give your quarterback.
I don't see how that's like saying, hey, start up your iPhone and watch Microsoft show up on the.
Why don't you want it? My point to you is I'd rather have a roster than an elite quarterback.
Sure, a good roster, great.
Because we just said it. You don't have to have an elite quarterback to win it.
So, and my question back to it is, what's Dak's excuse then?
He has never had a roster that is stacked like what you guys have, offense and defensively. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. We've only had no. In the whole time Dak Prescott has been here, he's had only 2 tight ends to get over 800 yards 2 seasons. Okay?
2019 Dallas, number 1 ranked offense. What happened in 2019?
Overachieving.
This is a team.
And what was their defense? And what was their defense, buddy?
How can you be a bad team
what
with
was
3 straight
their
years of
defense?
wins, and then you choke in the playoffs?
I'm telling you, overachieving.
A choker. He's a choker.
Let me ask one thing, Mark. Why do you defend? And bro, why do you defend? Why do you defend Dak Prescott?
Okay, let's put it this way. Okay, let me explain it, because everybody goes through and they'll say, well, Dak Prescott was sucking last year to start the season, so him getting hurt didn't make a difference. Okay, I can agree that Dak was not great, but you had the worst separation of your wide receivers. Your number 1 wide receiver wasn't even in camp because your owner was jacking off and not getting the contract done. Your number 2 wide receiver had a knee infection. You had 2 rookies starting offensive line, and Tyler Guyton let everybody go to the inside, or he got a holding penalty. Your running game, you literally averaged 70 yards or less a game the first games of the season. And you had a defense that could not force a punt in 2 games.
Mark,
and the only thing anybody talks about is the quarterback.
So wait, according to Philly here, and wait, for you, your problem is you think the Cowboys as an organization
have failed
Dak.
Yes.
And have wasted 9 years.
They wasted Tony Romo, and they're doing the same thing with Dak.
That's not what you said about Romo before.
Bullshit. I defended Romo.
You like Dak more than Romo because you thought Romo was a choker.
No. I was ready to move on from Tony Romo because 3 things would happen every time he went back in the pocket. He'd do a great play. It would be a Tony Ono, or he'd get hurt for the season.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Philly. Let's go down the rock. Let's do this here. I got a question for you. Hey, what's your big? Here? Let me expand it though. What's your biggest problem with Dak?
Me personally?
Yeah.
My problem isn't actually with Dak as much as is the Dallas Cowboys fans that do not hold him to the same standards that we're expected to hold every other quarterback to. That's my issue. It's always not Dak's fault. They're a 1 seed. They lose. He stinks. It's not his fault. 2 seed. Not his fault.
Great topic. You know, I used to think Dak Prescott was the most criticized quarterback in the NFL. I'm starting to think it's Hurts now. This guy just won the MVP award, and you got people all over the place that are calling him going for the ride with that football team. I mean, this guy just won a Super Bowl, and people are saying that this guy was carried to the finish line. And there's, by the way, that is a strong comment out there by a lot of people. This list just came out. They had him 9. Do you agree that right now maybe
he's moving up the list of being most disrespected?
Hurts is awful criticized right now.
I still don't think it's quite there with Dak Prescott. We literally have polls out here that say the Cowboys
just won the Super Bowl.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying. But here we have, everybody says our running game is probably the worst in football. Our coach is the 2nd worst coach in the NFL in ranking. Our offensive line is question marks, but Dak's got to prove something. And you're basically saying he's got nobody to work with.
But that's this year. That's not the previous 9 years.
Okay. I'm on the Philly channel here, so I know I'm not going to get any quarter.
Philly, I'm going to ask you this here. This is what some of the comments that Colin Coward, about Jalen Hurts. So a year ago, the Philadelphia Eagles were ranked in the top 5 in rushing. They were ranked in the top 5 in pass protection. They were ranked in the top 5 in wide receiver tandem. They were ranked in the top 5 in offensive output, scoring. And yet the football team in passing was ranked 25th. Yeah. Another comment. Let me throw this at you here. 11 of his 32 rushes came off the tush push. If you take those away, according to Colin, I'm not saying, according to Colin, he'd have as many touchdowns a year ago as Bryce Young. Okay?
Ouch.
And his final one was that in week 5 after the bye, it wasn't something that involved. They took the ball and they went to an employee and said, listen, be like somebody coming to me going, we're going to take an hour away from your show. And we're going to do less, and we're going to do that, or they're going to have you do less. Now, these are his takes. That's a national guy, and there's a lot of sentiment out there that believes that. What's your take on those takes?
It's irrelevant, because the truth of the matter is if Jalen Hurts doesn't get those tush-push yards or whatever, who's getting them? Saquon Barkley. You're talking about one of the most historic years for a running back ever. There's only so many balls and only so many plays to go around. If you're running the ball and it's working, why would you stop doing it? It just makes no sense. You can't. I don't think you can really hold that against him. You know, if this was his first Super Bowl
They asked
and they
him
won,
to do less, though. Did you not?
Yeah,
did you not agree?
right. Yeah, but the thing is before that, if you go back to previous years when he went to the Super Bowl, he didn't have Saquon Barkley, and he had arguably an MVP year, and he still
a great
came
offensive
one
line,
drive
2 great receivers.
He came one drive away from winning the Super Bowl, and he didn't have Saquon Barkley. So to me, you know, when you could talk about, oh, this guy, how many guys, can a good quarterback take a team to a Super Bowl? Yeah, but can they go twice in 3 years and win one? How many average quarterbacks have done that? Not many.
I'm not calling him out.
I know. I know.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the ultimate compliment here, Philly, because your team is the closest team that I have seen since the 90s Dallas Cowboys that is loaded roster to roster. And on that team, Troy Aikman was a great quarterback.
When you say that, you rub Eagle fans the wrong way when you say that.
Doesn't rub me the wrong way.
How can it rub them the wrong way? To me, that was one of the greatest teams that I've ever seen, and I say that they are the closest thing to that. But with that team, Troy Aikman, who is a Hall of Famer, he only had one season that he threw over 20 touchdown passes. Why?
Yes.
Because he had an incredible offensive line. He had great wide receivers, a great tight end who was a security blanket, and he had the all-time leading rusher. He wasn't asked to have to carry everything on his back the way that, say, the Dan Marino had to.
Great.
And if Jalen Hurts, here's the thing. If Jalen Hurts was put in Cincinnati, do you think he's winning Super Bowls right now?
No.
Do I think he's winning Super Bowls right now? I don't think many people are winning Super Bowls.
I don't think anybody. I don't think
you just answer the question. It's the team and not the player.
You can't dismiss what he does when he does. When you have a 4th and a 6th,
I'm talking to a brick wall here. I'm sorry. There's no changing you. There's no argument here.
When you have no, because what you're doing is you're trying to use that as a baked-in excuse for Dak Prescott.
Okay. Do you think Jalen Hurts is going to win a Super Bowl with the Dallas Cowboys?
2 years ago, in 2019, yes.
2019, we were not that great, bro.
Yes. 2019, you had the number 1 offense. You went 12 straight years of 12. You had 3 straight years of 12-plus wins. You can't tell me that team should not be in at least one NFC championship game. I guarantee you, Jalen Hurts.
See, Philly, here's how stupid you are, Philly. 2019, we were 8-8, and Jason Garrett got fired.
And you had the number 1 offense. What happened to your boy?
Bro.
What about 2020? What about 2021?
2020 was Mike McCarthy's first year, and we were 6-9. I'm sorry, 6-10.
3 straight. How many teams in the league, Sills, go and win 12 games, 3 straight years, and can't get out of the first round?
Listen,
you don't even know what. 2019.
You tell me.
You're an idiot, Philly. You're an idiot.
Mark, let me go.
I'm an idiot. I got a ring.
Mark, let me go down this road.
We got 5.
How about this, Mark? Let me go down this lane.
Yeah, you don't have 5. That don't count.
Hey,
that don't count.
I witnessed every one of them.
Our NFC championships.
How about this, Mark? Let me go down this lane here. What'd you make of my take that you should use Mike Parsons, and you should use him as a Herschel Walker type trade for you to be able to fill more? Because Mark, you just said it to me. that the holes in the roster right now, there's holes everywhere. The Eagles have so many more players.
I hear what you're saying. You're right.
Why not get one player to fill some of those holes that you need to get the roster? So if you trade him, your objective is not to be like Jalen Hurts. Your objective is to be more like the Eagle roster.
I can agree with that, but here's the problem, okay? The problem is you have teams like the Eagles where after your third year for your center, what did you do? You paid him when you had years where you're paying him cheaply. What the Jets just did the last couple of days, paying Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson after the third years, they're locking in today's money, but they're not paying it till tomorrow. And when you start thinking about the Cowboys, that if they could have gotten Micah Parsons done, say, I don't know, right at the beginning of the offseason where it's $35 million and probably save $7 million a year, how many players is that? That's a good free agent. The problem with the Cowboys isn't let's trade him away and get a whole bunch of picks, because you could end up with Mozzie and Tyler Guyton with those picks. A bird in the hand beats two in the bush. What the Cowboys need is people in the front office who understand how to do contracts and understand how to get these things done sooner than later. We shouldn't be working on Micah Parsons. We should be looking at Tyler Smith right now and Deron Bland. We are so far behind. That's the biggest problem with the Dallas Cowboys.
What do you think?
I'm having a vision of the future. It's the first round of the playoffs. Dak Prescott back to pass, down 4, 2 minutes left, picked off, pick 6. The Niners score. Dallas loses again. It ain't Dak's fault. It ain't Dak's fault. Come on, I say it happening.
You better not lose week 1. You better not lose week 1.
You better be around in January.
I'm going to tell you right now. If you lose week 1, I am coming out to California and I will be at your front door.
Right. Yeah, you know why? Because that's your Super Bowl. You know, why don't you be around in January and play us then when it matters?
Mark, I gotta tell you, man. I have to agree with one thing with you here. Boy, Eagle fans right now are very sensitive about their quarterback.
You mean the guy they want to get rid of 2 years ago?
We're just holding you guys to the standards that we have been told apply to our quarterbacks for the last 30 years. That's all we're doing. You guys are moving the goalposts.
No, hey, listen, I have no problem with what they're doing. They've built a great roster. There's no doubt about it. The difference between the Eagles and the Cowboys roster is what? I think you pay the wrong people. They pay the right people. They pay the O-line. You don't pay that.
Yeah. And we wait forever.
And you wait until look at this. Here's a mistake that the Eagles, maybe they're not making. Philly, I'll ask you one more time. Do you believe that? So next week, we're 6 days out. You think Reed Blankenship is getting that contract extension?
Next week? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that it's going to necessarily happen like really soon. I foresee it something more like maybe towards the end of the year. They see how a season's going. It's pretty solid, something like that.
Mark, I got to throw this at you here. Did you see what PFF came out with today? Number one,
sure, whatever it is, the Cowboys
wide receiver rankings.
Wide receiver rankings. Okay, I've not seen it yet.
Jamar Chase is number 1. Justin Jefferson is number 2.
Yes.
Tyreek Hill is number 3.
Mm-hmm.
CeeDee Lamb is 4. A.J. Brown is 5.
What a joke.
Ahmad St. Brown is 6. Malik Neighbors is 7. Nico Collins is 8. Mike Evans is 9. And Garrett Wilson from the Jets is number 10. What do you make of What do you make of CD being ranked ahead of A.J. Brown? Do you agree with that ranking?
Yeah, definitely. Because here's the difference, okay?
Basically,
no, hold on. When CeeDee Lamb got all of the Dallas Cowboys single season records, the next guy was over 1,000 yards behind him. He got the lion's share of all of the coverage. Everybody knew we have to cover CeeDee Lamb, and he got 1,700 plus yards. Even without his starting quarterback on an ass team, he almost got 1,200 yards. I believe it was more than A.J. Brown has had in any season he's had there. I believe CeeDee Lamb, to start a career in his first 5 years, is second in receptions all time.
Great. So that means you have no excuses this January.
How is it?
Right?
No, bro.
No more excuses.
You
no
can't
excuses.
have just.
You got CeeDee Lamb. Nobody can cover CeeDee Lamb.
I will say our passing attack will be a hell of a lot better, but I don't know that our offensive line is going to be, and I don't think my running game is going to be any better.
Hey, listen, when you don't have anybody else to throw to, like you said, of course they've got to target CeeDee Lamb more. It's natural. He's sitting in the slot. Let him go play outside with A.J. Brown. You know, A.J. Brown puts up numbers, and the Eagles got all the other talent.
You are so sensitive when it comes to your players, man. Oh my God, you're like a freaking pit bull. Better not say nothing about my Eagles players. I'm going to go ahead and get indignant because every one of them is the best player of all time. Get the F out of here.
Who will have a better offense this year? The Cowboys or the Eagles?
You got a loaded roster. You got a better offensive line, and that's where everything starts out right there.
A year ago, I mean,
probably not. I tell you what, it will all depend on Saquon if he ends up taking the nosedive after, like most running backs do after a 2,000-yard season. If Saquon can still rush for 1,500 yards, you'll have the best offense. You'll have a better offense.
Philly, do you believe that Zach Bond will be a great linebacker?
Yeah, do you hear me? Am I coming in clear or blurry?
No, it's a little bit. I don't know what StreamYard's doing, dude. Even my mic's a little hollow too. So
it keeps switching. It keeps switching off my mic.
The boy, you know what?
It's tired of your shit.
It's doing the same.
It's going to my AirPods. Yeah, I don't know why it keeps switching off. So I apologize. But do I think Zach Bond's a good linebacker?
No, do I think he'll be a great linebacker?
Yeah, I think so. I think the change of position really was what did it for him. We know he's very athletic. Now, if you want to say, does he got to prove it more than 1 year? Yes, he definitely does. But no, I think the reason why he was good was because they put him in the right position. So I'm assuming that's going to continue.
That's a great. You listen to the word and the comment. That's really great because to me, people assume that he's already a great linebacker. No, he's not. Consistency makes you great. He had a great.
You have to do things more than 1 year.
That's right.
You have to everything.
Absolutely. Hey,
that's why Dak comes. What's his excuse again? I forget.
Hey, okay, Mark. That linebacker of yours is starting to get a lot of play. Do you think he'll be one of the top 5 linebackers by the end of the year? What's his name? Overshawn?
Well, okay. He's crippled at the moment. He tore his ACL, his
PCL,
and his MCL. Now, there's height. Now, he was great. He played really, really well. Now, the question will be now they're projecting him to be back mid-season, maybe November. I think he's maybe back in October, but I think they're going to take their time getting him on the field. I think he can be great, but again, you literally destroyed your knee. How good are you going to be coming out the box?
I mean, they've ranked him awful high. Philly, what do you think will be your toughest opponent this year on your schedule?
Toughest opponent? I think the toughest single game is probably that Chiefs game. I would think that's probably the toughest. Too. Yeah, I mean, because, they're going to be up. They're going to want revenge. I get all that. So I think that's probably, in terms of, like, what team do we play, I think that's the toughest. I mean, there are teams, to me, like the Rams, that they got to prove themselves. Like, they're a good team, but you got to be able to stop the run. They haven't shown me that they could do that. And then, of course, division games are never easy, So, but I think that Chiefs game is the toughest spot.
Let me ask you this here, Mark. Do you think you split with the Eagles this year?
Yes.
Philly, do you believe that you sweep the NFC East this year?
No, we'll split with Washington.
This team is so overrated, it's not even funny.
No, it's not a matter of how good they are.
They got no defense. Debo looks like he's in his third trimester. Terry McLaurin is a holdout.
Right.
Michael Gallup is still on one leg, and Noah Brown's got a kidney problem.
Right. But we're gonna talk about everybody else, but make excuses for Dak. Let's do that because that's what we do. Here's the reason why
I think I just said the same thing about Washington that I said about the Cowboys.
The last game versus Washington is the final game of the season. I think we'll have clinched everything and we'll sit our starters. So they'll probably win that game.
So you think you'll have home field advantage locked up?
Yeah. I think we're going to be the number one seed.
A year ago, we
were the 2.
Yeah, you didn't have the best regular season. It was the Lions, correct?
Right. We were number 2 seed, yeah.
That's right. Okay, Mark, what are you expecting in that opener against Philly?
I don't know what to expect in that game. And I think that is going to be...
Wait a minute here. Philly gave you a prediction. What's your prediction for that game?
34-17, I think it wasn't it?
Okay, that's his. What's yours?
It's too soon. I got to see what's going to happen in training camp. I got to see if
he knows. He knows.
No,
he knows.
You know what? It could go either way, man, because here's the thing. George Pickens is an X factor. We don't know what they're going to do with them. If the Cowboys can come out and open up the field early against that secondary of yours, which is changed and turned over, all of a sudden things can be really different. The Eagles, your team always starts the season off slow. And having that Super Bowl and the Super Bowl hangover, anything can happen on any given Sunday.
Here, I'll help you, Mark. Let me help you with your video for the day after the game.
Oh, my God.
Hey, friends, Mark Holmes with your buddy, Cowboy Joe Boo. Listen, the Eagles, they're Super Bowl champions. They're good. They got a way better roster than us. And even though Dak threw 2 interceptions, he did have 2 touchdowns late in the fourth quarter. And so we've got a lot to build on. But we can't blame Dak. I mean, Dak gave us everything. He gave us 2 touchdowns late. So we'll see. We'll see the Eagles again later on in the year. There you go, buddy. It's done. You don't have to do any videos.
I Mark.
Mark. I'd say you couldn't pay me enough to do this shit. But you don't pay me. I don't know why I do this.
You're my favorite people on my program, and I have everybody on this bitch.
Oh, we're having fun. We love you, Mark.
At my expense. Oh, yeah. I'm getting tag teamed.
You would think that's his son. Mark. Right? You would think that's his son.
Wait.
I mean, look how sensitive he is.
Help me out here. Then I'm going to ask Philly this question. Who do you think are the most sensitive fans? Cowboys or Eagle fans?
Be honest. Be honest.
Are you asking me first or him first?
Yeah, you.
I got to say Eagle fans because it's like, you better not say anything about any one of their players except they're the greatest of all time or they will get butt hurt.
Billy, who is the most sensitive?
You don't see me getting all upset because you're talking about Jalen Hurts. I just respond. He gets all upset if you talk about that. Look how upset he gets. Why do I even do this? Why do I even come on here? They're the most sensitive fans. They think everybody should kneel to Dallas for no reason.
All right.
Wait. I've got one last question for you, Mark. Both guys are Jordan brand guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Dak and Jalen.
Dak is a Jordan brand. They better cut that contract out.
Who's the face of the Jordan brand in the NFL? Now, hear me out. The Cowboys are the most visible team in the world. Okay, which means more eyeballs watch Cowboy games than any other team in American sports. They're the richest franchise in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen just won a Super Bowl, okay, which is one of the biggest events. Okay, who do you think is the who do you think is the face of the NFC? Dak or Jalen Hurts?
Dak. Sorry, it just is. It's a popularity contest. Who is talked about more in football than anybody else? Dak Prescott.
Dak talked a lot.
See, here's the thing. The only thing you care about is that people talk about you. That's the bottom line.
Time for honoring yourselves, Cowboy fans, will soon be at an end because your fans are dying off. You're getting old, and your young guys have never seen winning.
Mark,
Our guys have.
you're getting upset, Mark. I can see it already. You're getting upset. That was a fucking dope line right there. I mean,
Shout out Gladiator. I just watched it.
Wait, Billy, why are you in such a good mood? You feel like you're repeating?
My wife's looking good today. What can I say? I'm in a good
Mark,
mood.
why are you looking so down? This is like a 30-year, I don't know. You look like a 30-year painful moment for you. This is just painful. Listen, my aunt's in this room and she's feeling upset.
And then you're more sensitive, right? Cowboy fans or Eagle fans. I mean, I think we've seen it.
Oh, boy.
Mark needs his team to win so desperately. It's
God,
not
Mark.
even funny.
Mark, you need that.
I love you, Mark. I love you, Mark. I do, but I really hate you.
Are you not
I hate your take on that. I do.
Hey, I'll tell you this here.
Is this not why you were here?
If you win that football game, oh my God, and you're going to come off the top rope. Holy cow. If you somehow, because here, one thing I will give you, you know why I give you a puncher's chance in that game in the opener? They got 5 new starters. Mm-hmm. Okay?
The question is for Dallas is, can they run the ball? Can they run the ball?
That is a big question. That's why I said, let me see what we got in training camp.
If you come out versus the Eagles and you're not running the ball, I think you're going to have a problem.
Agreed. Because running the football makes everything so much better.
You're doing it wrong, Mark. This is what you need to do a tape on. Watch this. You ready? This. We have no shot of beating them. We're going to get killed. We have no idea. And when you do, if you do, then you come off the fucking top rope.
He can't do it. He can't. Oh, he can't. He can't stay there. He can't do it.
He can't do that.
Oh,
He'll do it like for a video or two, and then it'll just start to irritate him, and he'll have to say something. I know too well.
Mark, listen, you're one of my favorite people. You really are. And guess what? I'm pulling for your takes. I want to see what would be great for the NFL is if Dak is good. It'll be great for the NFL if he's good.
That's a good regular season quarterback. That's going to have a good regular season like he always does. And then he's going to choke in January. It's just rinse and repeat.
I'm going to let you out of prison now, Mark. You know,
just like your boy Justin Herbert.
Hey, I'm going to
just like your boy Justin Herbert, Sills, going to throw 5 interceptions in one playoff game.
Yeah, again, and you hold a guy to one playoff game in his career. Thank God we didn't do that to Hurts.
Yeah, right. Like you didn't do it to Hurts.
No, his opener when he got annihilated.
He killed him. When he played his first playoff game versus Tampa, he got all season.
Okay, right. Let me ask you this. Do you really believe that the San Diego / Los Angeles Chargers, you really think prior to Jim Harbaugh showing up there, do you think they've really built great rosters?
No.
Okay. And how is that the quarterback's problem?
Well, here's the problem with the quarterback is that you didn't even put up a fight versus the Texans. He threw 4 or 5 interceptions in the game.
I thought it was the Jags.
Was it the Jag? I will forget who the first round was.
Peterson's Jaguars.
It was Jags.
But I mean, come on, man.
Trevor Lawrence had 5 turnovers. They were up 27-0 in the first quarter.
Hey, I can respect Josh Allen. Josh Allen goes into Kansas City. Yeah, he has a problem winning there. But remember that playoff game? He came off the field with his team in the lead. That's what I want to see.
I'll tell you this, like I said. So you agree, Philly, you and me had a conversation. You agree an average quarterback can be part of a Super Bowl running football team. A Super Bowl team.
Yeah. Okay. And I think that's a bad look for Dak. I think that's a bad look for Dak because he's had good teams and still haven't gone.
You see, he took my line and applied it to Dak.
You can't apply it to Jalen because he's one.
Okay, no, I'm applying it to the other quarterbacks you killed that haven't gotten there.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, when Jaden Daniels is the number 5th ranked quarterback and he's played one season,
I
don't see how he could be. I don't see how he could. I'm not saying those guys shouldn't be on the list, but you can't justify over Hurts.
No, guys. Hey, when do the Cowboys report, Mark?
Sunday. They show up on Sunday. Monday is the opening press conference. Tuesday is the first practice.
When do the Eagles show up?
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. They show up. Mark, then we're counting it down to September 4th.
Say that again. Countdown.
We're counting it down to September 4th.
It's 50
By the
days.
way, you ready for this?
What's that?
I'm going to be there. Here's why.
Are you going to be there?
Morgan & Morgan. I'm going to be there with in their box.
Wow.
Watching the game on Thursday night. So I'll be there watching this thing.
You're leaving your cave?
Yeah. Well,
you know what? I'll believe it when I see it because I've heard you say you're going to a lot of shit and you never show up anywhere.
No, I have to do this because these are my boys, Morgan & Morgan. So I got to. It's like
okay.
Yeah, no. Hey, look at no. All right, listen, guys. I love both of you. Thank you, man. Boy. Thank you. Hey, Philly. Thank you, man. I mean, Mark, you too. Thank you very much, man. Bro.
Anytime.
Hey, listen to me, Mark. You beat Bill Goldberg. Bill Goldberg had 13, 14 million people watching him. You two guys beat Bill Goldberg.
Okay.
Goldberg
people like the pathetic Cowboy fan getting beat up. Okay. Big surprise.
Oh, my God. Mark, I owe you big time. Thank you.
Mark. I give you a mental hug.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a mental hug, too. Is that all right? Can I give you one?
No.
I'll give you a
y'all stank asses hugging me.
Hey, that'd be about 1,700 pounds hugging you, but we're good, me and him. I love this is my Italian paisan right here. So
that's
all right. 50 days. 50 days, and we're coming for the meats.
Yeah. You better start cooking.
Make sure you check out Philly.500 on his fabulous channel and Mark on his amazing channel that covers the Cowboys. And you can see a shitty face right after this show. I'm pretty sure of it. Hey, guys, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. You bet. Mark, thank you very much. Funny shit, man. You see Mark just sitting there, too, leaning back going,
why do I do this to myself?
That's kind of how I feel a little bit sometimes.
Why do I do this to myself?
And, by the way, he's right in many ways with one thing. You can't talk to Eagle fans right now.
You can't.
You just can't. You asked the question this. Hey, do you think Zach Bond will be a great linebacker? He fucking already is. No, he's not.
Right? Exactly.
No, he's not. One year doesn't make a great player. Yes, it does. Hey, I'll tell you what.
Okay.
The king of the sensitivity, boy. I get this. The number one thing that I do, I like Mark Holmes and like Philly.500. You know what I do? I create topics. And so I brought up that conversation about you. And I'm glad to see both guys said it. You can have an average quarterback take your football team to a playoff. You don't have to have one of the elite quarterbacks get
Doesn't
to it.
happen that often.
Does that not prove that?
All right, we're going to go ahead
and get
ourselves out of this misery. Logan Motorsport, email me cowboysmark94 Gmail because you are our winner chicken dinner. I saw in the comments there you want to know if you can give it away to a fellow Eagle fan. We have to figure out what it is exactly that you want to do on the shirt and so on, but email me. Congratulations, you are a winner chicken dinner. That was painful. That was really painful. All righty, good people. I have got to go ahead and get back to doing some more work, and we will see you guys real soon. And damn, I got to get out of here, man.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it tonight. The party's over, and tomorrow and next year starts the same.